So now we're going to talk about the mount. The mount's a very good position for a street fight, but once again, in my opinion, you lose a little bit of awareness when you come down here. Although you can still look like this, it's still not as, it's not that bad. But I'm not as mobile, especially if I start putting my hooks in like this. If I need to get up quickly, I have to get these out. And sometimes they get caught in here. If I have to stand up to try to face somebody, that's where you get screwed. So in the street, I'm going to try to avoid putting my hooks in for that reason. Sometimes I'll come up like this just so I can kind of come back to the knee and belly. I'll keep them up like this, or I'll keep high so I can just stand up. Standing up is more important than it is to keep the guy down in the street, okay, in my opinion. But if we want to establish the mount and keep the mount, a couple things we want to do. If he starts pushing here, what I want to do is just pull this up, come back up. Notice I have the position here. He goes here, I pull this up, come back up to the high mount. The other thing I have to watch out for is him kicking his legs up and around, so I want to keep that there. Sometimes guys can hook you, but don't want to hook here. He can roll me. Bad for me. Okay? I better know what I'm doing here, but it's, like I said, if somebody comes from anywhere, even if I see them, I can't get up to do anything about it. So come here. If he starts to roll me for whatever reason, I'm going to dismount and come up. It's a lot easier, even if he's holding on to me, for me to just rip away and get up. So that's what I want you to get in your head. When we go back, he starts pushing here, pull that up. The reason I want to pull this up, if he starts pushing this down and gets me in the half guard, I'm stuck again. Yes, I can stand up, but if he has strong legs and he's got a hold of something up here, bad for me. I don't want that. So I want to keep it here. He starts pushing on this leg, pull this up. If you have to, stand up, back around, get out. Fair kind of attack. A lot of times I like to do it off the punches because I can push this. A lot of times I can finish this first one. But he's going to roll. So I'm just going to go immediately here. When I start going here, most guys will turn back. That's when you finished it. And even if I finish it up high here, I'm going to crank it back the other way. And if I have to, you can put your elbow down. But the important thing about this is, if I need to, I can stand up, kick, get out. That's more important than finishing the guy. So one, push, here, switch, kill it.
Hits a guy, and within 1 second, double leg, and they're down. So I want you to notice how quickly the people on the outside get involved. So, but once again, this is about jiu-jitsu. So notice this guy in the bottom. I think he's got a little bit of training. He gets his shin in, lifts the guy up, and sweeps him. So now he's on top, but look, Johnny wannabe rent-a-cop grabs him from behind. Now this guy could have cold-cocked him right there, or maybe he was getting the upper hand and he could have turned the tables on the guy. But no, he gets thrown off, and now blip, gets hit again. Now he's back down, and of course somebody else has to jump on. Now remember, these guys are pulling him apart, but they could have easily been pummeling him, stabbing him, you know, given the different people involved in the periphery. It's just a chaotic situation. Now I want you to look at these poor fellows. I don't know what happened to them. They got knocked down, but they're in the worst case on a one-on-one fight. Is they've got two opponents over them, pummeling them, kicking them right in the head. One,